Hello everybody and welcome back to Javascript Passion Channel. Yeah, it's long time no see and I'm very excited to be back. This is the third video in the series about Jasmine tutorial, and in this lesson I wanna talk about how to use toBe and toEqual methods in Jasmine properly. Okay, first of all let's talk about the toBe method. You can think of the toBe is as the wrapper of the strictly equality comparison between the actual value and the expected value. So let me show you the source code of the toBe method. You can see here this is the source code of the Jasmine framework. You can go to the GitHub repository of the Jasmine framework and download the source code, and it's inside the source core methods folder, and we have the tobe.js. It is actually the implementation of the toBe method, and you can see the point here. As I said before, the toBe will use the result of the strictly equality comparison, this one, between the actual value and the expected value. So it means that for primitive data types, as I have the test spec here, we have the number 1, 10, the string 1, hello, the undefined, and a true value. So I expect all of the things to the same value as it is assigned. Okay, let's run it. I just comment this one, and let's see the result. Zero failures. This is for primitive data types, but for reference types such as object, what is the result? In this case, I have object 1, a property A, a value A, property B, and value B, and object 2, the same property name, same value B, and I expect object 1 to be object 2. You can see here, and can you guess the result? Yeah, one failure, because we expect object this one to be this one, but actually it's the same. But the object 1 here is point to a memory zone, and the object 2 points to a different memory zone. So if we use strictly equality comparison like this, we will get the false result. So that's why our test spec is failed. And I try to, for now we expect object 1 not to be object 2, and we get zero failures. But it actually not natural that the object 1 is not to be object 2. But how can we compare the two objects here in this case? And that's why we need the toEqual method. I will show you the source code of toEqual. This is the source code of toEqual, and you should focus on this line. In this line we can see we use the result from the util to compare the actual value and the expected value. So I don't want to go deep dive into this because it's quite complicated. Okay, let's make some test back. I have this one. Yeah, comment this one. The toEqual works the same as toBe for primitive data types. You can see here. If I run this one, yeah, in this test spec I use toEqual, and in the previous one I used toBe, so it will give us the same result. Zero failures. So how about the object? This is the important part of the toEqual. I have the same objects as the previous one, and I expect object 1 to equal object 2. So let's just speed up this one. Okay, now I expect the object 1 to equal object 2, and let's see what's the result. For specs, 0 failures. How about the array? I have another test for array. I have the array 2, 1, 2, 3, array 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, expect array 1 to equal array 2. Let's run it. Zero failures. Cool. Okay, let me summarize the point here. You can think of the toBe as the wrapper of strict equality comparison between the actual value and the expected value. And for the toEqual method, it works the same for primitive data types. And for reference data types such as object or array, you can think of the toEqual as a deep copy. So for the object, we go through all the properties here and we compare each property with each value and so on. And for the array, we go through every element and compare the value of each element here. Yeah, I think that's all for today's lesson. Thanks for watching. See you soon.